Well, hello there, guys, and welcome to a Let's Play with Hirohito's Empire of the Sun, Japan, my friends. We're going to go ahead, guys, and try to do our best in solidifying the Japanese warrior code and making sure that Japan is the ruler of East Asia without any question whatsoever. Now, I hope this works. Japan is what I think is one of the harder countries to play because you've got Russia right there, ready to kick your ass. So I'm actually going to go ahead and select my first national focus. Definitely want to reinforce the Soviet border. But that's going to increase world tension. Then again, we could do the Chinese border incident. Now, I don't know which we should do first, the Chinese border incident or reinforcing the border. This is actually kind of concerning to me. Spiritual mobilization. Let's try that. So we're going to go for spiritual mobilization right now. No divisions in basic training. It's going to be a while before we can edit these guys, of course. But for now, we're going to put our units as close as we can into Manchuria. So I'm going to go ahead and drop them. Oh, we can't? Son of a bitch. Alright, so one thing we have to do is maybe build some war factories in Manchuria. Would that make sense? I'm going to see. So I'm actually going to drop some war factories here. I don't think it will make a difference. What about civilian factories? Well, let's at least go ahead and get some of our war factories building. We definitely want to go heavy on ships as Japan. So I'm already going to start getting some battleships. We already need some resources. We're running low on them. I'm going to start getting some basic infantry equipment. We still need quite a lot, so I'm going to ramp that up. It's going to take a while for that to actually build. And, of course, the next key is just going to be sending these divisions over into Manchuria. I'm pretty sure I have to go to the port. Let's try this. And again, I'm very new to the naval aspects of the game. It's one of the reasons I never play with these sort of ocean nations, with these island nations, because the naval part of the game can be a real pain in the ass. But I think, and this is just what I think, something I've come to believe is true, obviously Agrippa, that you got to go ahead and do that, maybe? Maybe not. That might not be a proper port. Let's go over here. I think this is a more proper port. Alright, so we go ahead. And let's see if we can move now. There we go. Nice. So beautiful, guys. We've learned how to move our forces over, our transport fleets, and of course we're going to be bringing our entire army to fight China if necessary. I've of course got this beautiful ship right here, and we're not at war with anyone right now, so I'm not going to send them out yet, but just it goes to show you how big our fleets are. And that's pretty cool. So maybe we can even move up through here? No, I didn't think so. So we're just going to take all of our home armies here and move them forward. In the meantime, I really should be building some civilian factories. Wouldn't mind putting some in Manchuria, actually. So let's get some of these civilian factories in North Korea. Glorious. In Korea and Manchuria, I should say. We'll put one in Kangai. And I think that's about it. We still have free military factories we can build. Medical equipment is not too bad, although we could use a little bit more. We also have some more docks, so I'm definitely going to get some subs. And I want to get, and I don't know why the game never puts this out as the first option, I want to get some convoy ships. So let's see if we have any convoys. Yes. We definitely want to build those up because we need those convoys to actually trade. And we've got insufficient resources. We'll purchase from the United States. Looks like we've got a pretty good relationship with them right now. And we can get another free dockyard. Let's go ahead and add to our heavy cruiser class. Yes. In the meantime, I will go for our research slots, and we will start focusing. Now, one thing is, as the Japanese, I've definitely got to go past my usual playstyle, and I've got to do some focus on ships, without a doubt, or else we're not going to be doing very well. So, fleet in being, strong fleet focus on battleships meant that we were at force to be reckoned with when deployed at sea. Yeah, I like that. Then again, we've already selected base strike. Apparently, the game selected it for us, so I think I'll take that. Submarine operations, 169 days. Oh, yeah. Probably also want to go for some better planes. And definitely some better forces here. We're going to be getting these guys... Actually, I want to get some artillery, sorry. We're going to be getting these guys, these interwar artillery devices very soon. And that's when we can start upgrading our units. Actually, properly upgrading our units. Let's go to the Netherlands. Let's see. Oil. Damn it, America. Alright, they already sent us 16. We need more. So let's buy from the Soviets too, right across the border. There we go. That should be enough. I thought so. And we'll jump up here. We still need more infantry equipment. We're probably going to have to build a new infantry equipment factory. So I'm actually going to go ahead and get one because we have quite a lot of units here. Quite a lot of men that need guns, need rifles, just basic infantry stuff. We got to go ahead and click. Oh, that's right, not a proper port, sorry. And then we'll start making these into armies very soon. Right now I'm just getting everybody where I want them. Lacking some units. I'm almost certain that's going to be the infantry equipment. Yep. We're doing our best. We're doing our best. We are trying. Wait, why am I Russian? We are trying. Is that better? I don't know. Let's go ahead and grab this half on the left. 24 divisions. Perfect. So I'm going to put a unit in command of these 24 divisions. I'm going to make it Iwani Matsui, and actually he's got great skill. So we are in charge of Menguko. It's basically one of our puppets. I'm not sure if Shangxi is the same, so we probably want to try and get a war with Shangxi. That's assuming Shangxi is not connected, of course, to Russia or, you know, it doesn't have allies anywhere else. So we're going to put him right there on the border. Remilitarization of the Rhineland. Worrying, of course, and we just got our spiritual mobilization done with. We want to maybe join the Rhineland. That's definitely something we might focus on. The student movement, land doctrine research time is lowered. That's amazing. And getting base national unity with warrior traditions, I think I'm going to have to do that. So we're moving our first army there on the border. And actually, I'm going to have them train. So let me select these guys. Select all. Make sure they're all training. I want to make sure that these guys are physically fit for a war. We can't just send them into combat and hope for the best, because that never works out. Okay, now we're going to take these guys on the right. The army we just kind of created. 25 divisions, a little more than we wanted. But I'm going to go ahead and make an army out of them. We're going to put Hatta in charge, and we want to put this on the border with the Soviets, of course. We don't want to have to worry about the Soviets. In fact, I may try to improve relations with the Soviets just to avoid a war with them. So I'm actually going to go to the Soviets here, and I'm going to go ahead and improve our relations. The Spanish Civil War. Aha. Now this is where we can kind of decide possibly to send some reinforcements to the nationalists, to Franco, and maybe get ourselves in good with Franco and his nationalists. So I'm going to make a little army here of 2 divisions. I want to see first how many I can send total. So let me jump over here. Send volunteers. We can send up to 4, which is actually pretty generous. So this will be the first time the Japanese have actively served in the Spanish Civil War. I'm going to go ahead and select these 3. I'll make an army out of these 3 guys. Led by Terauchi. And we're going to send Terauchi's army to help the nationalists defeat the Republicans. So here we go. We're going to send our volunteers. Where's Terauchi's army? There he is, and that's awesome. So it's going to generate 1.2 threat, but they are going to allow our troops to fight with them on their borders against the enemy. And as you can see, National Spain has volunteers from the Germans as well. So we want to get in good with Germany too. Of course, the German Reich. So I'm going to go and improve relations. In fact, I'm going to ask to join. Oh, I'm not going to join the faction yet. I could join the faction now, but I'm actually going to let you guys decide, because I believe there is a separate Japanese faction that is separate from the Axis, separate from the Allies, separate from the Comintern, and maybe that's what we want to go for. I'm not sure. So I'll let you guys sort of debate that down below. And in the meantime, we're just going to get ready for a war. Okay, our 3 divisions have arrived in Leon, and we can probably go ahead and start providing some pretty awesome support here. So we're going to move our forces up. This is the first time our army has seen combat. Most of these guys are trained or regulars, so they know what it's like to fight a war, believe me. I'm going to go ahead and... Can I set a front line over here? Yeah. just going to control a tiny front line area. And I'm going to try to cut through the Republican lines. It's our first battle against the Republicans. Oh, yes. Brigada Internacional, the international brigades, guys. People that have come to Spain to fight fascism. We don't want them to fight fascism. We're going to make it straight to Madrid, so I'm going to keep going towards Madrid. We got the warrior tradition unlocked. We could do the Chinese border incident, and I think it's probably time for it. So let's do the Marco Polo Bridge incident, get that over with, and we're going to attack Madrid. Imagine if we take Madrid. That's a huge grab. Wow, look at that. So we've just taken Madrid from the Republicans. I'm going to keep cutting off the Republicans to help the nationalists over here. It looks like, ooh, not good. We're getting cut off ourselves, so let's be careful. There we go. And just keep going down to try to cut off more of the enemy units. Nice, we got some interwar artillery, guys. We may have to build artillery. Yes, we do. So we're going to have to build an artillery factory. Try to get a few men to fight in there. Now, here's a problem. We're actually being attacked. We got trapped by the international brigades here. Of course, we've lost Madrid. I'm going to try to fight our way out of here, but Tereuchi could be in some trouble. Although we seem to be much more advanced than the Republicans here in terms of our equipment, etc. So I'm actually just going to try to make it back to the nationalist lines. Tereuchi! Gonzalo Hernandez, and he's also got air support. Okay. Now we could start modifying our government and, you know, anything from changing our political system to focusing on just keeping people in line. I'm going to let some of you guys focus on this. Political power gain would be a huge bonus as well. And monthly opinion would also be good with a compassionate gentleman. I don't want the world to think we're bullies. At least not right now. We want them to think we're just peaceful people. You know, looking for an end to all the terrible things that have been done to the Japanese. And we'll make those up as we go along in this war. So right now, of course, we're just supporting a fellow fascist government. And we actually can start deploying some of our units, which is really awesome. Anti-air. Anti-tank. Let's see if we can actually start building some tanks. We've got a Type 95. Oh, yeah. I like this. And possibly, no, the support weapons are... Gotta wait a little bit until we start researching those. Same with the mechanized. Wow. 1,182 days. Well, we're going to be fighting a lot in the mountains. We should unlock mountain infantry. There we go. Okay, we're back to our lines. We're not cut off anymore. And now we're going to keep attacking. Probably should give my guys a day to rest. The Marco Polo Bridge incident. Chinese authorities claim that the breaking point has been reached in regards to our unwarranted aggression towards China. Our demands and reparations have been refused. There are reports of Japanese nationals coming under attack in Shanghai. If we need an excuse to deal decisively with the Chinese, this is it. Well, that's about it. I mean, this may give us the okay to go to war with the Chinese. War with China or Chinese puppet. So we're going to try to turn China into a puppet of Japan. Which I would actually accept having them as a puppet. I think that would work out beautifully, and I think at that point we could start the Asian faction. I forget what the name of it is, but it is basically Asian supremacy. Okay, Japanese and Chinese forces have skirmished inconclusively over the strategic Marco Polo Bridge located just south of Beijing. And I'm thinking one thing for sure, is now that this is occurring, we might want to take our army too here on the border with the Russians. I'm hoping the Russians aren't going to attack us, and go ahead and set them up here on the border with China, because we may very well be going to war. So I'm going to be sending these guys in. We got some divisions we could drop. Hohei Shidan. And I'm going to try to upgrade some of these units. So let me go ahead and... I hope we have enough to upgrade them now. We might have to wait a little bit. Infantry battalions. Artillery, nice. We can get some arty in there. And some Marines. So we'll save that. It's not much, but it'll make a little bit of a difference. A little bonus for these guys. Games of the 11th Olympiad. Okay. 4 of these were won by Jesse Owens. Looks like we got none. Not a single one. Alright, so these guys are still training. I'm going to stop their training. And I'm going to make sure that their battle plans are going to be aggressive. because I want to attack the enemy and make sure that we are extremely aggressive. I'll also keep training these guys. As you can see, a lot of these guys are green, and that's minus 25% to their combat ability, so that doesn't help anybody. Anyway, guys, I hope you're enjoying the Empire of the Sun Let's Play. I hope you guys will keep watching. And, of course, I hope you guys will put a nice little like down below if you can. Subscribe if you haven't already. And, as always, have a glorious day. Real quickly here, add a few more factories. Wow, we still need infantry equipment, grenades, rifles. So we probably shouldn't go to war until we have those factories up. But, again, I need your suggestions here, guys, as to what we should do. Because I want to make sure that we do what's best for Japan. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and have an awesome, awesome day.